All right, you guys, so as we are waiting for this order to be done, I wanted to quickly talk to you guys about the mindset to go into every single shift and how important it is. Me personally, I go into every single shift expecting the best. That means if my goal is $200, I'm making more than $200. I don't care what kind of day it is, even if it starts off slow or if it's just a massive banger of a day. I'm still going out that next day doing exactly what I did that same exact shift. So always going into every single shift expecting the best. And then if bad does happen, quote unquote bad, then you just push it to the side, leave it in the past. Because if you really think about it, everything that you experience a second later is in the past. So there's no reason to let it drag on with you. If you learn to let go, I promise you life becomes a lot easier. Using this as a means to achieve your goals on the outside of DoorDash. Me personally, I love to use DoorDash to help me achieve goals on YouTube, on drop shipping, on just a bunch of different tasks, freeing up my time so I'm able to take more time to work on my mental health and learn more about that as well. It would not be possible if it wasn't for DoorDash. So yes, it does have its own issues. And you know what? Although at the end of the day, it's not perfect, nothing in life is perfect. So it really does not matter. Just use this as a means to get to that next level, whatever it means for you guys. And I promise you, you will start working this app so much more differently and you'll appreciate it so much more. That's how I'm able to stay positive on this app as I'm working. And that's how you guys are going to be able to do the same. I worked the first couple years on this app doing probably what most people do, just wanting it for money. And guess what? If I didn't reach my goal, I just sit there complaining, telling everyone that DoorDash sucks, it's not the same. But now I kind of go about it differently in a more mature way. And I want you guys to do the same, that even if you have the worst day ever, so what? It's just a day. It's not going to change everything. It's not going to change your life. And no matter what job you work in, you're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days. So think about it like this. Work this as a job. Work this as a means to get to that next level. The beauty about these jobs like gig work is that it frees up your time so much more. You don't have someone over your shoulder. We're looking at the good things with everything that we do. And if this is not for you, then so be it. That's fine. I wish you all the best. But don't stay in it and complain about it, because at that point, it's on you. Just something to think about. Let's go pick up our order. It's been about 5 minutes since I've waited here, so it should be ready. See you guys in just a second. All right, you guys, so I tried to look on the bag for the total amount. Looks like the total on the bag is kind of like faded out, so I couldn't tell, but it's a very, very hefty bag, which is good. And we got it loaded up on the map right there. We're 5 minutes away. So let's go run this over and see what this $8 plus turns into. I'm excited. Let me know below what you guys think this one's going to turn into. And if you guys prefer plus orders or if you just prefer it to be transparent, because I've heard it both ways. Me personally, it's not that big of a deal, but I would overall just prefer transparent tips because, well, I guess it really doesn't matter for me because, again, I'm taking most of the orders I get. But for people who are more selective with their orders, I could definitely see why transparent tips would mean a lot more. And honestly, what is the purpose of hidden tips, especially for DoorDash as a company? If you want us to take most of the orders, then I don't understand why you wouldn't just put it up front. I guess it kind of shows that those transparent tips aren't as good as that. Like, I don't understand. Let me know what you guys think about transparent tips and which one you guys would prefer. But yeah, I'm done yapping. I'll see you guys over on the other side of this drop off soon as it is completed, so we can go over the total on this plus together. All right, you guys, I'm back in the car after dropping that one off at the door. Very, very easy drop off. And boom, we ended up making $10 on that one. $6 tip. You gotta love it. Shout out to them. I'm going to go ahead and actually keep my dash open because we are in a very nice solid area right now of the zone. We're actually in the north right now. Still going to go ahead and drive back down where I like to camp at, but I'll go ahead and keep it on. And then if I do get an order in the meantime, pick up the camera and show you guys what that is. All right, you guys, this is our next order offer of the day. I forgot to screenshot the order offer, but we got one from Calibu Ramen, which is one of my favorite places to pick up from here. Literally my favorite restaurant here in Connecticut since we moved here. And then Ichioro Hibachi and Sushi. This place is always clutch with the orders. So far, we're at $24, and then this order offer is going to pay us $12 to drive, I believe, 2.4 miles. Assuming that it doesn't go up. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and hit arrived. Caribou is like maybe a little ways down that way. So I'm going to go ahead and just give it a couple minutes, then I'll drive up. There's always parking spots down there, which thankfully so, because this is downtown. And then we can go ahead and head over across the street to Ichioro. That one's going to be a little bit tougher to find parking, so I'll probably have to park in the back of the building, and then we can knock these both out and go over the payout together. Guys, let me know if you do like this style of content. This is more of a vlog, but I'm also showing you guys videos as well. Or if you prefer what I usually do, which is more so that voiceover, and I kind of showcase all of the orders, picking up the order, dropping it off. Let me know. I can do a mixture of both as well, where I show you guys the pickup and drop off in addition to talking to the camera. Honestly, so far, I've had the most fun doing this. But yeah, let me know. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you did make it to this point, you guys are all real ones. Let's go get this one done, and let's keep adding to that total. All right, you guys, we got both orders right there, as you can see, and then we got it loaded up on the map. We are 2 minutes away from drop-off number 1, and then I believe drop-off number 2 is another 2 miles from that. So let's go ahead and drop this off. I don't know how many of these downtown orders I could take, because it is very, very crowded here in downtown. As the weather gets warmer here in Connecticut, this area just keeps getting more and more crowded, which is definitely understandable. And it's just so small itself. It's like 2 miles, 1 mile this way, 1 mile that way, and then 1 mile that way. So a total of maybe like, say 4 square miles, to be fair, of area that a lot of students come and visit. This is near a bunch of college campuses here in Connecticut. So a lot of people like to come down here. This is the cool area, a bunch of different restaurants. So yeah, this is pretty crazy. I'm liking it. I'm liking the liveliness. I love how in colder states, once the sun comes out, once the weather starts getting warmer, it starts getting a lot more lively, and everyone kind of appreciates it. Everyone goes through the cold together, so everyone becomes happier whenever the sun and that warm weather does come out. But yeah, guys, we are right around the corner from drop-off number 1, and I'll go ahead and see you guys after the second drop-off to show you the total of both of these orders. All right, you guys, we're going to go ahead and close out this order together, and boom, $12. Both orders gave us tips on that, $3 tips. I think that's a nice solid tip, especially for a short distance order. Me personally, if I'm ordering DoorDash, I like to tip at least $5, but I'm not going to complain. Any tip is a tip, so I'm still grateful for that. We still made money, $36 in an hour and 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and keep this rolling for another 40 minutes, and then we'll call it quits. I'll go over the numbers with you guys, and we'll wrap it up with an outro. I'll see you guys on that next order offer. Probably got 2, maybe 3 more in us if we can get a stack on one of the next orders. Let's see what else we got in store, guys. All right, you guys, this is our next order offer from Black Bamboo Chinese Restaurant. I love picking up from this place. Let's go ahead and hit accept. $6, 1.2 miles. DoorDash does not want to give me a catering offer today. I don't know what's going on, because every time I get an order from this place, it's usually a catering offer, but hey, whatever. It's a high paying offer, so I can't complain. I shouldn't complain. We out here getting money. That's all that matters. Let's head over, pick this one up, drop it off ASAP. We're trying to get as many orders in this last hour as possible, or this last 40 minutes, I should say. And then we can go over the numbers. Probably only got room for 1 more after this, realistically. But of course, it's possible to get a stack for that next offer that comes in. So we'll see. Prayers up, we get a stack on the next order offer, or DoorDash hits us with a stack on top of this one. Either way, I'm keeping you guys updated. I'm filling you guys in, whatever comes my way. Let's keep getting this money, guys. All right, you guys, we got our order loaded up in the back in the hot bag, and then I'm gonna go ahead and load up the directions right now on the map. I just wanted to quickly show you guys these instructions. They said leave inside front door glass is open, leave inside. They literally have these instructions written twice, all caps the second time around. Me personally, I'm not gonna lie, and like, not to be dramatic or anything like that, but I hate when customers do that, because I feel like it's a little bit rude. It's basically saying, I don't got to put it once, I'm going to put it twice. And I understand maybe in the past they had a bad experience with another Dasher, but yeah, let's go ahead and get this one done with. We're only 0.2 miles away on this one, so we can knock it out very, very quickly and then keep going. Honestly, might have time for 2 more orders. Originally, I thought we were only going to have time for 1 more, but we shall see. Either way, I'm praying for that double, because doubles during promos definitely hit, and the promo is only on for another 15 minutes or so. So let's make the most of it. I'll see you guys on the other end of this order to go over the total, and then we'll rack it up for the last or the second to last order. Let's keep it going, guys. All right, guys, let's go ahead and close this one out together. I left it inside the little room, the waiting area in the main lobby for them, and boom, they ended up tipping $2, so not too bad at all. Got to be grateful for a tip, and we got that $2 base pay and that $2 peak pay. One thing that I forgot to mention that happened earlier to me, I took a double, and I believe it was one of the 2 first orders that I got, and I got $2 base pay for both of those orders, which is crazy. I got a problem with base pay, but hey, that's another story. Heading back over to downtown West Hartford for our next order offer. I'll see you guys in a second. All right, you guys, next order offer, and probably our last order offer because it is 8:51. I didn't even realize the time. $8 plus 1.4 miles going west. Yes, sir. And I did actually reject an offer before this. It was a double, $6.50. I think it was like 5 miles going to the east side, which is a little bit shady. At this time, I don't like going there, so it's mostly for safety reasons. But yeah, Hartford is very bad. I lived in Detroit for 2 years. I would DoorDash there all the time, went through the good and the bad areas, and I was fine. But here in Hartford, it is very, very shady, and lots of, you know, bad activity out here. I don't want to get myself demonetized telling you guys what kind of stuff I have witnessed here, but it's bad. So yeah, just always be careful regardless of what area you're in. I know every area got its nice parts and its shady parts. Definitely something to be aware of. Safety is number one. But Chipotle is the place. I don't know if I mentioned the place that I got this order from, so probably gonna head inside right now. It's 8:52. They're probably not too busy inside. As it gets closer to their closing time, they get less and less busy. Usually only busy for that dinner rush and that lunch rush. So probably gonna give it a couple of minutes. We'll head on inside, knock this one out together. This is our last offer, and then I'll go ahead and show you guys what we made in the amount of time we made. And I've also been tracking the mileage because I know a lot of you guys are asking for that mileage. So I'll go ahead and go over the mileage with you guys. Definitely stay tuned for that. Let's go get our order. All right, you guys, so I'm not gonna lie, I was definitely wrong about how busy it would be inside of Chipotle. For some reason today, I guess it makes sense, it is Friday night, it was crowded. It was crowded, but thankfully my order, I didn't have to wait too long. It was ready, sitting there. There were a couple of dashers ahead of me, so I didn't have to wait too long, just wait for them to get their order. I don't like to just jump in front of dashers, even if I know my order's there. Gotta wait for them to take care of their business, and then I just kind of wait in line politely. But yeah, regardless, guys, we're 6 minutes away, 2.3 miles. Let's go get this last one knocked out, and then I'll go over the numbers for this shift with you guys, as well as the mileage and the hourly rate. We'll go ahead and call it quits for today's shift. If you guys made it up until this point of the video, I really do appreciate it. Do me a huge favor, smash that thumbs up button. Helps my videos out. It helps YouTube know to push my videos into the algorithm. Also hit that sub button if you are not yet subscribed. Looking back at the analytics, I saw 70% of people who watch my videos are not subscribed. So definitely hit that sub button. I got lots more content coming. DoorDash, vlogs, travel. You guys are not going to want to miss out. And hit that bell notification so you can be notified every time I do drop. I drop at least twice a week, sometimes 3 to 4 times a week, depending on the week itself. So lots more juicy content coming for you guys. I'll see you guys on the other end of this order in just a second. All right, you guys, I went ahead and left the order right on the bench, as you can see from the picture right there. Let's go ahead and hit confirm. And boom, check that out. $13.69, not too bad at all. Went up $5.69. Let's go ahead and hit done. And then on those last 2 orders, we made $19.69 in 34 minutes. Telling you guys the money's out there. Stop complaining or else you will not gain. Go into every single shift with a positive mindset, expecting the best. And I promise you that is the recipe for success. Anyways, I'll go ahead and see you guys in just a second once I'm parked, because right now I'm trying to get out of this area. It's super dark. I want to go ahead and go over all of the numbers where I'm able to be a little bit more focused, and it's a lot safer for me to do that. So I'm going to wait until I park. I'll see you guys in just a second. All right, you guys, I am currently parked, so it's time to go over all of the numbers for today's shift. I tallied everything up. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys as proof, go through all of the numbers, and then I also got an hourly rate as well as the total miles driven for today's shift. And honestly, when it comes to mileage, I really don't care much. I just drive, especially because I am in this Toyota Prius. It is a great car on gas. I think I'm averaging around like 60 to 65 miles per gallon. So I really don't count gas. I really don't count mileage, but I understand if you guys do, especially if you're in those cars that are like 20, 25 miles a gallon, 30 miles a gallon, then of course gas does mean more, and you definitely have to factor that in regardless of what kind of car you drive to your expenses at the end of every single day. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and not get too off topic. For our first closeout, we had $19.25, and then I went ahead and opened it up for another 30 minutes. $6 is what we got on that one, $15 on that next one, $33 in that 1 hour, and then the second to last hour, $36, and then $19.69 in the last 30 something minutes, which is amazing. That is great. That is averaging around like $40 an hour, a little bit under $40 an hour, which is great. And then we ended up making $128.94 in total for that 4-hour shift. We worked from 5, and it is currently 9:15 right there. So we ended our dash about 15 minutes ago, exactly 4 hours in time. And that is an average of $32.23. So people always tell me DoorDash is dead. Absolutely not. I'm showing you guys otherwise. This is not an hourly job. I'm going to say that one more time. This is not an hourly job. So just as you guys saw me going through those numbers, not every single hour is going to be consistent. It's not going to be the same. That's just how gig apps work, but it is what it is. You go out there and you expect the best. And the nice part about this job and any of the gig apps or any side hustles is that, first of all, you don't got someone over your shoulder telling you what to do. Second of all, you're able to go out and work whenever you want. And third, you're not capped. So that means if I really wanted to make $400, I could go out tomorrow and work at 4 a.m. all the way until 10 p.m. and I'm guaranteed to make $400. Whereas if I go to a 9-to-5 job, most of the time they won't allow you to put in those overtime hours unless they really need it, because them as an employer cannot afford to pay that. DoorDash obviously can't. So that's the beauty of this job. Although some hours might not be $20, $30, $40 like you might get in a 9-to-5 job, depending on what kind of degree you have or where you work, it doesn't matter because this is uncapped. And even more so, even more than the money itself, the freedom is the beauty for me, and it should be for you guys, because as I'm working right now, I could put on a podcast and learn something else, learn a different skill. I've learned music, I've learned drop shipping, I've learned affiliate marketing, I've learned how to do YouTube just through practice because of the freedom I have on this job. And you guys can learn similar skills or whatever kind of skills you want to. So no excuses. Go out there, guys, and make it happen. I believe in you guys. This is my little bit of motivation. I like to provide you guys with motivation each and every single video because you guys deserve it. This is not the end all be all. This should not be the end goal. And if you want to work this long term, who am I to judge? But at least make the most of it. Go out there with a positive mindset. Do what you got to do to hit those goals. Learn new zones if your zone is not good. But the last thing you should do is complain and try to get sympathy for complaining, because we're all adults here. And at the end of the day, you get to choose what you do with your life, and you're responsible for whatever that you do. So even if those days don't turn out well, switch up your approach. If you're consistently not having good days, even if you're a platinum dasher, then something ain't right about your zone. Go to a different zone. Go camp near those high-paying restaurants. Drive to more higher income zones, and I promise you, you will thank me, guys. Listen, you get to choose what you make out of each and every single day. Live every single day like it's your last. Appreciate every single day, because every single day is truly a blessing. And use this as a means to work towards your goals, whatever that is. I believe in you guys. Believe in yourself. This year is our year, so let's make it happen. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Till then, let's cut to the outro. Peace. Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you have made it up until this point, you are a real one. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button for videos like this, where I'll be dropping 2 to 3 times per week. And until next time, peace, much love, stay gravy. I love you guys.